God says, this message is for you. Archangels are shocked. Only you still don't know what happened last night. Watch this now. God says, hurry up, this is your last chance to know the whole truth before it's too late. Don't try to scroll past this. Don't try to silence what I'm saying. I see you. I see you pretending everything is fine. I see the fear behind your eyes, the pressure in your chest, the way your hands shake when no one is looking. You think you're hiding well. But I am God. And I see you completely. I know you are tired of pretending to be strong. I know you've been holding on by a thread. I know what you almost did last night. And the archangels are still in awe that you survived what was sent to destroy you. Do you even realize what happened while you were asleep? Do you even know what I blocked? What I destroyed? What I overturned behind the veil of the night? What could have broken you completely, what could have ended everything you still care about, was right there. Inches away. I didn't just delay it. I erased it. I swallowed the weapon in the air before it reached your house. The enemy came, but I stood taller. And I waited for you to wake up. I waited for you to come to me this morning with thanks. But you didn't. You went on like nothing happened. You still don't know. The archangels saw it and they said, God, how can they not know? And I told them, because I protected them silently. But this is your last moment of silence. You must hear the truth now. You must understand what last night meant. You must understand what the enemy was planning, and why I stepped in. Not because you were perfect. Not because you prayed enough. Not because you fasted, served, or read enough. No. I stopped it because you're chosen. And you still don't understand the weight of that word. Chosen means you're dangerous to darkness. Chosen means your destiny is louder than your depression. Chosen means your purpose outranks every plan sent to end you. You think you've just been unlucky lately. You think life's just been rough. But this is not just life. This is war. And last night the battle reached your doorstep. Last night something shifted in the spirit. You didn't see it, but the whole kingdom of darkness tried to snatch your voice, your light, your legacy. And heaven stood alert because of you. Don't look away now. You need to know. The attack wasn't random. It wasn't a coincidence. It was scheduled. But I unscheduled it. It was targeted. But I blinded their targeting system. It was deadly. But I canceled its permission. You've been walking around thinking you're forgotten. You think I haven't seen your silent tears, the way your heart has broken in secret places, the way you beg for signs. You think I haven't noticed the cracks in your faith. But I did. I saw them all. And I'm telling you, I'm still here. I didn't walk away. I didn't forget. I didn't give up on you, even when you gave up on yourself. You are still mine. Even when you doubt me, I fight for you. You've been asking me why it hurts so much. Why you're always the one breaking. Why everyone else seems to get ahead while you fall behind. And I answer you now, because I'm training you for something heavier. Something greater. I'm not building you for now. I'm building you for nations. I'm not preparing you for comfort. I'm preparing you for a crown. You keep asking me for little things, peace, money, love, answers, but I've been trying to give you destiny. And destiny requires pressure. Destiny requires fire. Destiny requires a kind of loneliness that would crush the average soul. But you are not average. You never were. Last night when the enemy came, they whispered, we finally have them. But I thundered, not this one. This one belongs to me. And when I said that, everything hell had been preparing collapsed in seconds. You don't know this. But your name was in a meeting last night in the spirit realm. They called you a threat. And they were right. Because the day you realize who you are, everything around you shifts. That's why they've been trying to confuse you. That's why the lies have been loud lately. That's why you've been pulled in 1,000 directions. Because your clarity is dangerous. Your healing is dangerous. Your rising is dangerous. The enemy fears the version of you that finally wakes up and remembers. You are a warrior. You were built for pain. You were designed for divine disruption. You carry a frequency of heaven that shakes strongholds. You carry words that can rip through generational curses. You carry a light that exposes darkness, even when you're quiet. Don't let the weariness fool you. Don't let the numbness convince you that I've abandoned you. That numbness is just a shield I allowed to help you survive what should have broken you. But it's time to come back to life now. It's time to feel again. Time to see again. Time to breathe again. This message is not casual. This is an alarm. A trumpet from heaven. God is speaking. This is not just a message, it is your warning. Your resurrection. Your reckoning. Last night was the final attempt to abort your future. That spirit of heaviness you woke up with? That wasn't just your mood. That was residue. Remnants of a war you didn't even know you were in. But now you do. And now you have a choice: keep living like nothing happened, or rise up and fight for what I protected last night. You have no idea how many demons were sent to silence your calling. You have no idea how loud your purpose sounds in hell. Do not play small anymore. Do not dim yourself to be liked. Do not waste time explaining your pain to people who are not called to understand you. This message is from God. And it is for you. You cannot delay your becoming any longer. The people connected to your voice are suffocating. The future waiting for your yes is being delayed. You keep saying you're waiting on me, but I'm waiting on you. You want me to open doors, but I want you to open your mouth. Last night's battle was meant to be your ending. But I turned it into your beginning. That's why you felt so much pain lately. It's labor pain. You're birthing something no one in your bloodline has ever seen. That's why you feel misunderstood, because your language is from the future. That's why you feel attacked, because the devil is terrified of your tomorrow. He hoped you'd never know what happened. But now you do. So now act like it. Act like someone who was rescued in the middle of the night by angels. Act like someone whose destiny caused heaven to stop and war on their behalf. Act like someone who's marked. Because you are. You are not weak. You are not late. You are not lost. You are chosen. And because of that, I will not let you go. I will not let you drown in your fear. I will not let you sabotage your future with small thinking, with toxic cycles, with settling for less than you are worth. I have seen every compromise. And I'm telling you, no more. This is your moment. This is your line in the sand. Either you will rise, or you will fall asleep forever to your calling. And I won't stop you. But I will keep calling. I will keep whispering. I will keep showing you signs. Until you remember that last night wasn't just a night. It was a rescue. A holy interception. A divine shift in your story. And now it's your turn to shift with it. Stop playing dumb. Stop acting confused. You know what I told you years ago. You know what I've whispered in your dreams. You know what you saw in visions, in moments you were too scared to tell anyone about. That wasn't your imagination. That was revelation. That was me. And I don't lie. What I said is still true. The delay doesn't mean denial. The silence wasn't absence. It was preparation. The person you're becoming is worth every heartbreak. Worth every loss. Worth every lonely night. You want comfort, but I want impact. You want relief, but I want legacy. I didn't save you just to sit you on a shelf. I saved you because you're part of a rescue mission for others. The same way I reached down and pulled you from the edge, I'm sending you to do the same for others. You've been through too much for it to be meaningless. I am going to use it all. The abandonment. The betrayal. The silence. The tears. Every rejection. Every delay. Every closed door. Watch me turn it into glory. Watch me turn your mourning into a ministry. But you must say yes. You must surrender again. You must stop doubting who you are. You must stop letting your past speak louder than your promise. The archangels saw what happened last night. They saw how close you came to quitting. They saw how the darkness hovered. And they were shocked when I told them, let them sleep. I will fight this one myself. Because you've been fighting too long. And you didn't even know I stepped in last night. But now you know. So live like you've been saved. Love like you've been rescued. Pray like you've been armed. Walk like you've already won. This isn't just another emotional message. This is your final wake-up call. I am God. I speak. And I do not stutter. This is the moment everything changes. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Get up. Stand tall. Put on your armor. And open your mouth. Declare what I said. Remind yourself of what I promised. Speak life over your future. And silence the lies that have followed you for years. Last night hell celebrated too early. But today heaven rejoices. Because you're still breathing. Still chosen. Still dangerous. And now that you know the truth, nothing will ever be the same again. God says, this message was for you. Don't you dare ignore this. Don't tell anyone about this unless I lead you. This was your moment. And it's over for you if you pretend you didn't read it. I love you. I chose you. I fought for you. Now move like so. God says, this is not over yet. This is part 2, the next clip of my message to you. Don't try to turn away now. Don't try to tell yourself you've heard enough. I am still speaking. The angels are still watching. The heavens are still waiting for your response. You cannot close this. You cannot walk away from this. You cannot pretend this is ordinary. The archangels are trembling because they know the weight of what is being revealed. They saw what was prepared against you again today. Yes, even today, the enemy tried to rearrange your steps, tried to twist your thoughts, tried to pull you into despair. But I blocked it before you even opened your eyes. You don't realize how many plans collapse at the sound of your name being spoken in my presence. You don't realize how many arrows turn into dust when I whisper, not this one. And yet you still hesitate. You still wonder if you matter. You still ask if your prayers even work. And I say to you now, your very existence is a prayer. Your tears are prayers. Your silence is a prayer. Your brokenness speaks louder in heaven than your most polished words. I have never stopped listening. I have never missed one sigh from your chest. I bottle every tear. I know every scar. And I have turned each one into a weapon against the same darkness that tried to bury you. This clip is urgent because you must understand, the clock is ticking. I am not giving you endless time to wander. I am not allowing you to remain lukewarm. You are either rising, or you are sinking. You are either stepping into the call, or you are wasting the grace I poured over you. And hear me, grace is not cheap. Grace is blood. Grace is my Son stretched wide between earth and heaven, his body broken so yours could be whole. Don't spit on that gift by playing small. Don't trample on that love by doubting your worth. Do you know what the archangels said last night? They whispered among themselves, why do they still not see who they are? Why do they still walk as if they are chained when the chains were broken long ago? Why do they still talk as if they are lost when heaven has already written their name in eternal ink? And I answered them, because they are still asleep. But tonight I am shaking them awake. And here you are. Awake. Reading this. Feeling your spirit tremble. That trembling is not weakness, it is recognition. You know these words are for you. The truth is, I am warning you. Don't wait any longer. Don't wait for tomorrow to obey. Don't wait for another confirmation. This is it. This is your confirmation. This is your moment. I am sending this to you like a final alarm before the fire consumes everything. And if you ignore this, if you brush this away, then you will miss what I have been preparing for you since before you were born. Do not let your past trick you into believing you are disqualified. The ones I choose are rarely the ones the world applauds. Look at the broken ones I raised before you. Look at David, forgotten in a field. Look at Moses, stuttering in the desert. Look at Mary, misunderstood and judged. Look at Paul, once a destroyer of the very faith he came to proclaim. None of them were perfect. But they were chosen. Just like you. I am not asking you to be flawless. I am asking you to be willing. Willing to rise when it's hard. Willing to say yes when it costs everything. Willing to carry the weight of destiny when others would rather sleep. Willing to stand when others bow to fear. And if you give me your yes, I will move heaven and earth for you. This is why the archangels are still shocked. Because they cannot understand how someone so fought over can still doubt. How someone so rescued can still hesitate. How someone so chosen can still question if they are worthy. But I, your God, understand. I know how deep your wounds run. I know how loud the lies have been. I know how betrayal has carved its name into your heart. And still, I whisper, you are mine. You are still mine. Nothing can unchoose you. So hurry now. Don't stall. Don't delay. You think you have time, but time is thinner than you realize. You think tomorrow will look the same, but tomorrow holds a shift you cannot see yet. If you rise today, tomorrow will open like a door. If you hesitate, tomorrow may close like a prison. The decision is yours. I have spoken. The angels have witnessed. The truth is in your hands now. God says, this clip was meant to reach you right now. Not earlier. Not later. This second. Because this second is holy. This second is the hinge that swings open the door of destiny. Don't waste it. Don't ignore it. Don't pretend you didn't feel this burn in your chest as you read. This is me. It is not chance. It is not coincidence. This is your divine summons. God says, move now. Rise now. Believe now. Because the truth is already here, and this is your last chance before the wind. This moment is sacred. This second is shaking the gates of hell. Because you are finally listening. Because for the first time in a long time, your soul is soft again. And the darkness that's followed you for years knows it. That's why you felt so distracted today. That's why you almost didn't open this. That's why something in you said, not now. But I, God, say, right now. This is the second heaven has been counting down to. This is the second I whispered to the angels about. This is the second that eternity wrote into your book. And you don't even realize the weight of it. You think this is just another word. Another emotional message. Another moment. But what you don't understand is that the very demons assigned to your destruction are howling right now because you're still reading. Because the veil is tearing in your spirit. Because you're waking up. Because you're starting to feel again. Because something ancient and powerful is remembering who you really are. Do you know what you carry? You don't just carry dreams. You don't just carry desires. You carry entire kingdoms inside your soul. You carry movements that haven't been born yet. You carry breakthrough for bloodlines that have only known curses. You carry healing for people who haven't even met you yet. That's why the warfare has been hellish. That's why the silence has been deafening. That's why your nights are long and your mornings are heavy. Because you are the answer to a storm the enemy thought would never end. God says, last night I didn't just protect you, I rerouted history. There was a moment, between 2 o'clock and 3 a.m., when your name was screamed in the spiritual realm. A moment when your enemy thought they had finally built a plan airtight enough to destroy you. They pulled from your past. They triggered every familiar spirit. They tried to summon every wound, every weak spot, every shame. But what they didn't expect was me. What they didn't expect was your name still written in my hands. What they didn't see was that the blood still speaks. And I canceled everything. Again. You don't owe me performance. You don't owe me perfection. You don't owe me some fake version of yourself. I'm not asking you to pretend to be holy. I'm asking you to be real. I'm asking you to cry in front of me when you need to. I'm asking you to drop the mask. I'm asking you to return, not because you're fixed, but because you're mine. You forgot that. That's why you've been empty. That's why the people around you no longer fill your heart. That's why the things you once loved feel pointless. Because you've outgrown where you were. And you're scared of what's next. But I'm not. I already stood in your future. I already walked into your next year. I already saw the person you become when you finally say yes. And it's beautiful. Powerful. Earth-shaking. But it costs everything that is small. Everything that is fake. Everything that is selfish, fearful, and halfway committed. You cannot become who you truly are if you keep holding on to what is already dead. That version of you you're protecting? I already buried it. I'm calling you into resurrection. But you have to say yes. God says, hurry. You are running out of moments to ignore me. You are running out of mornings to wake up numb. You are running out of nights to lie to yourself. You are running out of time to be casual about this. Because whether you like it or not, this battle is escalating. Your yes has too much power to stay hidden much longer. You can delay obedience, but you cannot stop the shaking that is coming to your life if you do not rise. The things around you are starting to break down, not because you're cursed, but because I am dismantling the old world you've outgrown. I'm taking away every crutch. Every distraction. Every idol. Every excuse. Because I want all of you. And I will not compete with your coping mechanisms. I will not wait forever for you to get serious. I've been patient long enough. Now comes the fire. Now comes the testing. Not to punish you. To prove you. To burn away what you were never meant to carry into the next season. Because the weight of your calling cannot be mixed with chains from your past. Listen. I did not just protect you last night, I warned the darkness to back off. I marked you again. I sealed you again. I breathed over your home again. The enemy saw it and fled. But you can't keep pretending you're not involved in a war. You want peace? Then fight. You want rest? Then obey. You want healing? Then let me break you open. I am not the God of comfort zones. I am the God of crashing waves, thunder, wilderness, and resurrection. I didn't die for you to live safe. I died so you could live real. So you could burn. So you could shine. So you could set fire to every darkness you were born into. And it starts right now with one thing, obedience. You don't need another prophetic word. You don't need another song. You don't need another post. You don't need another fast. You need to obey what I already told you years ago. I already told you to leave them. I already told you to walk away. I already told you to start that thing. I already told you to return to me. I already told you to forgive. I already told you to stop hiding. I already told you, this is your last chance. And if you don't listen now, I will step back. I will not abandon you. But I will let you walk into the pain you're choosing. And it will hurt. Not because I hate you, but because I don't force love. I gave you freedom. And I'm watching to see what you do with it. Will you spend it on your fear? Or will you spend it on me? The archangels are silent now. They're not shocked anymore. They're watching your next move. Heaven is waiting. Hell is trembling. And earth is shifting because your name has been activated again. God says, this is the second to last time I'm going to tell you this. The window is closing. The moment is passing. And if you hesitate again, I will give what was meant for you to someone else who will not delay. This was your message. This was. God says, and if you're still reading, it means something deep in you knows this is real. Don't let your mind talk you out of what your spirit knows is true. You are not crazy. You are not emotional. You are not making this up. This is me. God. Talking to you. Yes, you. Do not scroll. Do not speak. Just let these words pierce your soul. Because what I'm about to say might be the last warning before the door shuts. I don't say this to scare you. I say this to wake you up. You are too close to breakthrough to sleep through it. You are too close to your divine moment to stay numb, distracted, or stuck in cycles that were never supposed to last this long. Last night wasn't just a close call. It was a divine showdown. You don't even realize how many demons were called together just to stop you. They came for your identity. They came for your peace. They came for your sanity. They came for your future. And they thought you wouldn't survive. But you did. Because I stepped in. Because I whispered your name into the storm and told it to stand still. Because I surrounded your house with angels, not for beauty, but for war. Because I knew what was coming, and I knew you weren't strong enough alone. So I stood between you and the assignment sent to end you. You still don't know how deep this goes. You think this is just about your current season. You think this is about money, emotions, relationships, delays. It's not. It's about destiny. Your destiny is dangerous. Your future is loud. Your anointing is shaking ancient spirits that have ruled your family for generations. You don't understand how holy your breath is. Every time you inhale, heaven marks another second that hell failed. God says, your life is not random. You didn't just make it to this age. You were preserved. You weren't just lucky that accident missed you. I blocked it. You weren't just strong for surviving that trauma. I carried you. You weren't just resilient when you lost them. I held your heart together. And now it's time to act like it. No more second guessing. No more hiding behind brokenness. No more asking for signs when I already gave you miracles. No more sitting in places that drain you. No more conversations that shrink your calling. No more pretending to be powerless when I put fire in your bones. This message isn't soft. It's not gentle. It's not easy. Because the time for soft has passed. You are in a spiritual emergency. This is not about church. This is not about religion. This is about life or death. Purpose or passivity. Victory or defeat. And you have been teetering between both. God says, I'm not mad at you. But I am jealous for you. I want you back. I want your whole heart. I want your obedience when no one's watching. I want your prayers when it's quiet. I want your love when it costs you everything. Stop giving me the version of you that fits in with the crowd. Give me the version of you that cries at night. Give me the version of you that wonders if you're even worth it. Give me the version of you that has nothing left. Because that's the one I died for. That's the one I want to use. The archangels are watching in awe. They see the warfare around your name. They see the way I keep standing between you and collapse. And they ask me, Lord, why them? And I answer, because I planted something inside them before time began. And I will not let them die with that seed still buried. I know what happened to you. I know the betrayal. I know the heartbreak. I know the shame. I know the secret pain that no one has ever truly seen. I know how you've blamed yourself. I know how you've punished yourself in silence. But listen, it's not your fault. The attack was targeted. The pain was spiritual. The timing was planned by hell itself. Because the enemy saw who you were before you did. But now that you know, you are responsible. You can no longer live blind. You can no longer act like you don't know who you are. You can no longer pretend you're just trying to figure it out. You know. You've always known. And now the heavens are watching to see what you do with that knowing. God says, I love you too much to let you stay asleep. You're about to be pulled. Pulled from places that made you comfortable. Pulled from people who can't walk with you. Pulled from versions of yourself that were never real. This pulling might feel like loss. But it's really alignment. Don't cling to what I'm removing. Don't mourn what I'm calling away. Don't beg for what is draining you just because it's familiar. What's coming next requires purity. Not perfection, but clarity, courage, obedience, and surrender. You've asked for the next level. But you're still holding hands with your old self. And I can't take both of you forward. So decide. Are you ready to lose what's killing you, so you can become what I called you to be? Or are you going to keep waiting for another sign, another moment, another message, while life passes you by and heaven watches in silence? Because hear me, if you don't say yes now, this window will close. And once it does, it won't open the same way again. God says, don't test my mercy by delaying again. This is the cliff. This is the edge. This is the line in the sand. You're either going to rise, or you're going to collapse under the weight of your own delay. But if you say yes, if you drop everything and run to me, I will cover you. I will restore the years. I will break the curse. I will move mountains. I will breathe fire into your spirit. I will silence every demon that speaks your name. I will make you a weapon. I will make you a wonder. And the world will not recognize you when